This video is about introducing you to the concept of functions and procedures, or modular programming, as some people call it. For right now, we're going to use the term function and procedure as meaning the same thing. Later on in the chapter, we'll differentiate between the two. I want you to think of your textbook now, and suppose that there were no table of contents, no index, and no page that had any big letters like Chapter 6 functions. That page didn't exist. And let's suppose that you had 1,000 pages in the book, and I said, "Hey, find the part of the book that introduces the concept of functions." Well, you'd have to start at page 1 and go to about 600 pages, and you'd find that page. It takes you a long time. Well, if all your programs, all the game programs that were out there, wrote all the code, all the counts and cins in main, and I asked you to find the part of the code that dealt with the collision, you would have to start at the beginning of main and go all the way through until you found something with a collision. I mean, it may take you, the better part of a day to find that if you got a 50,000 line program. So the bottom line is you need to break up your programs into modules. So modular programming means breaking a program up into smaller manageable functions, or modules. So far, all of our programs really have been designed to asking questions, doing some simple processing, and displaying output. Imagine main from now on as something as simple as get data, process data, display data. Each of those would be functions. And each of those functions are like mini programs that do a specific task. Like get data would be all the counts and cins. Display would be all the counts. And process would be all the processing that would be necessary. So modular programming is what this section is about. A function is a collection of statements to perform a task. A function or a procedure right now. We're going to use that term interchangeably. Motivation for modular programming improves the maintainability of our programs and simplifies the process of writing programs. A function call is a statement that causes a function to execute. The function call will actually call the function into operation, and the function definition are a group of statements that make up a function. Let's take a look and see an example of this. Here's a simple program right here, and it says in main it says hello from main, and here it says display message. That's a call, and it calls this function into operation. This function simply says hello from function display message. When I get to the end of the function, I go back to main to the statement following the call. I go back in here again. Do you notice the function display message is preceded by void, then the name, and then an open close parentheses. That's called the function header. This line is the function header, and here is the body of the function. In main, you see something display message, open close parentheses, semicolon. That's a call. Let's take a look at another one. I've got a function here called first and another function called second. Do you notice that they're above main, both of them? And in main, it says I'm starting in function main first. Okay, that's a call. The call is the name of the function with an open and close parentheses and a semicolon. So I go up here. I am now in function first. When I'm done with the function, I go back to main to the next line. Second, open close parentheses, semicolon. That's a call. I go up to the function. I am now inside function second. When I'm done, I go back to main. Okay, let's take a look at a third example. I have a function called deep, and I have a function called deeper, and then I have a body called main, a function called main. All programs, as you know, start with the function main, and from there we call all of our other functions. So it says in main, I'm starting inside function main, and then deep. That's a call. So I go to deep. I am now inside function deep. Deeper, that's a call. So I'm going to go up here to deeper. I am now inside function deeper. When I'm done with that, I go back to the line of code after the call, which is still in deep right here. And when I'm done with that, I go back to main right here, and the program ends. What you need to realize now in each of these examples is the call, the difference between a call and a function header, and the entire function is called the function definition. The call is the function name with a set of parentheses followed by a semicolon. The function header doesn't have the semicolon, but it does have the braces signifying the body. So the call and the actual definition of the function here.